Breaking overnight, hundreds of protesters marching in the streets of Hope. This demonstration was a response.
The images eventually became very similar to what we saw last year.
A clear message of breaking overnight, hundreds of protesters marching in the streets of Hope. This demonstration was a response.
The images eventually became very similar to what we saw last year.
A clear message of
A city will lift the mask mandate, and then your job will still say you still got to wear a mask.
Absolutely.
But I think that that's okay.
Oh no, it's nothing wrong with wearing
Because
a mask.
I think those who are in control, like we talk, if I'm the boss and this is what I feel is going to help my business run effectively, efficiently, and most safe, then you got the right to do that, or you go open up your own business.
Yeah.
Well, folks want
Right.
their body to
Yeah.
run safely,
Yeah.
efficiently,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But I'm also with Tim too. If I feel like the vaccination is going to help me at a 33% ratio, if I attract COVID to keep me out of the hospital,
So yeah, you
And
know
it's there.
that statement about big I, little you,
yeah,
or little I, big you.
I'm not
Just
sure which way it go.
reflect on exactly that question, because at the end of the day, it wasn't just about me.
Yeah,
Yeah, there were things that, I mean, given my age and all the rest of it, but my kids, the people I work with. I actually, in that case, it's not about my I will be little for the big you. You ever thought about that? So, we can talk about macro
That makes
and
sense.
government and all that.
That makes
but at the
sense.
end of the day, isn't it a personal decision
All
that
things
you
are.
have to make?
Those-
And it's what lens you want to look at that decision.
Well, those-
Is it about just solely you?
Sometimes it is.
Or is
though.
it about,
it's a
is
dynamic,
it about I?
It's a dynamic blend.
Is
It
it
is
about
dynamic,
I,
yeah.
the big I? I ain't tripping on the little you. Or is it about, I got my eye, but it's really about everybody else?
Well, one thing they're good at, and all it sounds good here,
Is that
are the
fair?
nouns and the verbs. It's just talking. It's just nouns and verbs
But it's individual.
at times. And like you said, I
No,
think that's
vaccination
dynamic.
by definition is individual. You make a decision for you.
But
Each one of us made
but
decision.
my boss made that decision by telling me it's mandated. I might have said it with my mouth. I'm here for the vaccination. But I had some supreme motivation.
Oh,
It
definitely.
was my job,
Yeah.
right?
You're right. I have
So then my individual rights kind of blend,
Yeah.
and they're
Yeah.
dynamic. They're liquid, right? They're not
You lost
clearly
them in a
defined,
way.
and I find that hypocrisy in this country a lot. But I mean, in terms of guns being a health issue, a public health issue, they always have been. But you won't see us taking that kind of action.
Are guns a public health issue, or are the individuals with the guns? the
Well, that
issue?
I'll buy either one. I'll buy
Which
either one.
lens?
It doesn't.
I'm just saying, like, because
I'll
you
buy
say
either
that.
one. I'll buy either one. The public health issue of dying by gun violence still remains the same. Where there's the deepest, where there's the most sun is the deepest shade. We're the richest country on the earth, and we have the most atrocious statistics.
Absolutely, I
No
agree.
argument.
There's
Poverty and
no
homelessness, right? And we
In
have
this
more
country.
wealth, right?
Absolutely.
And that's what I
Well,
find.
that's a
is
macro
so-
healthcare issue.
I'm sorry?
That's a macro healthcare issue. Our healthcare is relative to the rest of the nations
Sure.
around this world
Sure.
is horrific.
I was insulted when we ran out of masks. You mean we love to say we're number one in everything, but we didn't have enough masks? Who failed? Why? Why weren't there plans? I thought we paid you to be smarter. You sure do say you attend the best schools, but you didn't figure this shit out.
Right.
And I was really angry about that. You go to the best schools,
Right.
all the best schools, and you couldn't figure this out. You should have seen it coming. You made enough fucking movies about it, but you couldn't see around the corner. But now you're going to tell me what's going to happen around the corner. Now I'm
Well,
supposed to trust you.
Keep
now.
in mind, we also had
Sure,
an
there are
idiot-
lots of people.
Keep in
who feel
mind,
that
we
way.
also had an idiot in the White House. Yeah, put that on camera.
Well, not to get on that. My issue was never with Trump. It was the people who elected him. All that clown did was hold up a mirror,
Of what
and
was
people looked away because we don't like looking in the mirror. He didn't wake up and walk into that damn house. He was given the keys. We don't want to look at the fact that we put him there. That's what we'd rather not look at and just go, oh, he's an asshole.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
That was
a
so
whole
easy to
other
do.
topic. How did he get there?
Right. I didn't
Who
want to
got
marry
there?
that topic.
Why he got there? That
Sure.
ain't got. That is not. COVID's just a piece of that.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Well, let's talk
So
about
so where are we today, fellas? Like as we think about, again, we're 28 months in, give or take. You know, 2 years as it's really kind of rooted in this country now. A lot has changed for us, with us, as a society, and yet our community is still being impacted by COVID. And so I'm asking, what do we need to do today?
Keep
make
having conversations like this has to be a part of it.
Yeah, we certainly didn't beat it.
Yeah.
We haven't beaten it.
Right.
We definitely
Good point,
lost.
yeah.
Like, we
Yeah.
did not beat it at all.
That's right.
And I'm not gonna say we gave up. We definitely didn't give up. We, adapted for sure. But it takes conversations. It takes keep going.
The math and the science. Like
These
these
scientists
two gentlemen
better
were
keep
saying, it
working.
takes the math and the
They
science.
better not
yeah.
give up. We better keep,
So what would you tell one brother, one sister, if you had to talk to them today about what should we be doing?
Just do your part.
If there was someone who had decision makers, politicians, regardless of how you feel, scientists, a mom, a pops, a son, a daughter, what would be your message to them today about how we address this issue as a community?
I think to come together and talk just the way we're doing here. I think this is very powerful.
I spoke earlier about falling back on our training.
Yep.
You mentioned something about the church when we were talking about our history. And I always tell James and them this, man, I'm covered by the blood of Jesus. So that's my foundation is a spiritual component, right? Seeking wisdom of the Lord and then moving whatever sector of life it is, I'm moving from there. So if I, from my perspective, that's what it is. Mine is spiritual, connecting with God, listening and moving at the pace of His wisdom and speed. You call it the math and science, waiting on the data, I'm evaluating the
And
numbers.
I like that
And my
intersection
patience,
of that
and my
too,
patience
yeah.
is coming
Yeah.
from the Lord, right?
Uh-huh.
And also looking at the math and looking at the science.
Right.
And when do I move and how do I move? That that
So
would
let me
my
be
move
real
from
direct
here.
on it. Now that we've had 2 years of math and
Yeah.
science, my answer is going to be real clear.
Yeah.
Go get vaxxed and do it not only for you, but do it for them.
Yeah.
That's
For
my
sure.
answer. Get vaxxed. Do it not only for you, but for them. I've had 2 years of it.
I don't know why.
And I don't, and I'm cool with it. You know, I'm like, if you like it, you don't, the person will still make their individual decision. But if you ask me what I'm going to coach people on
sure.
or direct people on,
Sure.
I'm keeping them 100.
I
2
respect
years
that.
of data, get vaxxed.
The images eventually became very similar to what we saw last.
A clear message of